So this is what your assignment for today looks like. Don't forget that you have notes on page 70 of your interactive notebook, and you can look back at those. I'm also going to get you started on some of these problems just to refresh your memory. So when you see this slash right here, this is supposed to be a division sign. So I would not write it like that on your paper. I would write it like this because that's how you're used to seeing it from our notes and things. So remember, we draw our line down from the equal sign. And don't forget that we always start with adding or subtracting. So we've got to get rid of this -4 by using the opposite operation. So we're going to do +4 on both sides. The -4 and the +4 are going to cancel out, leaving just x divided by -8. So we can bring down x divided by -8. And then over here, we have different signs. Different signs, we find the difference. So that's going to end up being -6 because we have more negatives. After we get rid of adding or subtracting, then we can get rid of multiplying or dividing. So I see dividing here, which means I need to multiply both sides by -8. That's going to cancel out, leaving just x. Dorito Man says that a negative times a negative is a positive. So that's going to give me positive 48. If you type that in, you do not need to put the x. So you're just going to put 48 and it should turn green. So we know that we're right. Let's do number 6. So I'm not going to go in order, but I'm going to go ahead and do number 6. So again, instead of k/4, I want you to put k over 4. I want you to write it like a fraction division. And draw your line down. So again, we want to get rid of adding or subtracting first. So to get rid of -10, we do +10. If it had been +10, we would do -10. So it just depends on what you have. So the -10 and the +10 are going to cancel each other out, leaving just k divided by 4. And 1 plus 10 is 11. Now we can get rid of the division by using multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 4. That leaves k equals 44. Now compare those last two. Because this was a -8, we had to multiply by -8. Because this was a +4, we multiplied by +4. So we can go ahead and type in 44 right here. And then I'm going to go over and do the top two on this side. So I want to do 11 because I noticed that it has the x on the right-hand side instead of on the left-hand side. But we have seen one-step equations like that. So I just wanted to refresh your memory. So still draw your line down. But the adding and subtracting aren't on this side. So we have to look over here. We want to get rid of +3. So we're going to do -3 on both sides. Because the +3 and the -3 are going to cancel each other out. That leaves just -2x on this side, and 13 minus 3 is 10. Now we can get rid of this multiplication right here using division. We're going to divide both sides by -2. That cancels out, leaving just x. A positive divided by a negative is going to be a negative, so that's -5. You could flip it around to say x equals -5, but it really doesn't matter as long as you're putting in -5 as your answer. And then the last one we're going to do also has the variable on the right-hand side. So 8 equals 3a minus 4. Draw your line down. Get rid of the subtraction first by doing +4 on both sides. Always adding and subtracting first. That's going to leave just 3a, and over here 8 plus 4 is 12. Now we can get rid of the multiplication by dividing both sides. And that leaves us with a being 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. And we can put that in there. Okay, so that leaves you with 16 more to do on your own. I know that might seem like a lot, but just do the best you can. If you can't finish, we'll finish in enrichment or sometime. But I am going to take a grade on this one this week. So try to get as many done as you can. Look back at the 4 that we did together. Look back at the ones in your notebook. If you do finish this, go ahead and make sure you have yesterday's assignment done and then work on your challenge tasks if you haven't finished those. If you're done with your challenge tasks, you can work on tonight's homework. If you're all caught up on everything, you can have free time, but this will take you a while. So good luck, and I will see you guys tomorrow.